Alrighty.
You're
Are we
the
playing
host here.
Siege? Are we playing Siege or talk while doing real talk? Pardon?
You're the host here. You do your intro. Say your guest stars and all that. Hubba-baloo.
You're the only guest
Hubba-baloo.
star, Gunner.
Hubba-baloo. Well, you didn't introduce me.
Well, welcome to today's real talk. Guest star here, Gunner. The German American.
Oh, fuck off.
And a partially hearable Millie.
So, talking about Corona, yay. COVID-19.
Sucks.
Whoa, I was just told something that didn't sound very right.
I don't like it.
So, what about Corona?
Well, I think people are idiots for releasing it.
People are... What? Hold on.
Oh,
This is a...
Corona is a strain of a disease that was released by people without knowing it was released.
Well, listen. Here's a theory I heard yesterday. A little bit ago, there was some sort of disease of some sort of sickness. And everyone was out of school and stuff, because they're getting sick, and it was never recognized until it reached China. And since they are more poor and less healthcare people who can afford healthcare, then it turned into a big thing because they were dying from it because they were sick. And that's a theory I heard. And it is just a different strain of a disease that was already out. I'm not sure about how it got out. Hold on. Let me do some Googling.
Do some Google research.
Yep, Google has all the answers. At least I'm not looking at Wikipedia.
A lot of fake bullshit.
COVID-19 origin. I don't want to see Fox Network on it. What do you think I am? Some sort of schmuck? Let's see here. Caused illness that originated in Wuhan, China. It's an interesting name for China. Tons of humans. Public health crisis in decades. It spread far and wider than Ebola did in 2014.
If you remain in this zone, you will be detected by hostiles.
So, holy shitballs.
Oh my god, who is this guy?
There's more than 120,000 cases worldwide right now.
Oh, he's a fucking... It's a bitch.
That's February 17th. Alright, so the symptoms, let's see, there's high fever. A lot of people show a higher fever. Dry cough is very high. Fatigue is medium. Sputum reproduction? Excuse me?
No clue.
But no, not reproduction. Production. Okay. Sputum is a thick mucus coughed up from the lungs. Okay. Okay. Shortness of breath is smaller. muscle pain or joint pain is lower. Sore throat is a little high, 13.9% on that.
Oh,
Headache is
I was gonna say, like, wait,
13.6.
people get less muscle pains if they
They
have
get
corona?
more.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, my muscle
No,
pains all
it's
that went away.
a less percent of people show that than fever and dry cough and fatigue. It's going down from the percent of people, and only 3.7% of people show diarrhea, so why is everyone stuck on toilet paper? That should be part of
Right?
this. That needs to be part of this.
Yeah, like, why the fuck are we stocking up on toilet paper? Like,
I think, I'm gonna tell you what my theory is on that. They think this is gonna end our world, you know? So I think that's gonna be the next currency. Like in Fallout, it's bottle caps, but this is toilet.
just the next currency. Oh my god, no! Oh my god. Gunner.
Yeah. What?
So I'm getting chased by this keyboarding ash, but there was this freaking blitz that kept running at me, and I'm playing Maestro. I dump every single round I have with my LMG. He melees. I move to the left, and I finally fucking kill him. Apparently, his walking speed is slower than mine.
But I think that's a plausible theory. My mom went to Giant Eagle today. We're low on shit, you know, and we're actually low on toilet paper. We've been running out of toilet paper at a rapid rate. I think this is all a marketing scam, to an extent. Like, 3M is rolling in dough right now, so is, like, every other glove and mask company. Like...
Hospitals?
I mean, no, they're... Well, I guess they kind of are. But, here's a topic. The state of emergency. People think that means, oh, we're screwed now. We're all in a state of emergency. It is a pandemic. That doesn't... we'll get to that in a second. This is about the frickin' whatchamacallit. But, the state of emergency, people overthink the state of emergency. They think we're losing all hope, we're all gonna die, that sort of thing. We're not. That's... Like... all a state of emergency means is that we get more money set aside for this. That's all it means. That the efforts for the virus get more,
oh my god.
money. And with the pandemic, it is a pandemic, definitely. It has to do, what it's titled as has to do with how many people it's infected. So it's now officially a pandemic because it's infected that many people. That does not mean panic more. And again, with the stupid corona jokes, with like, every time someone coughs in school, they yell corona. As I was saying. But with the whole corona jokes, it's stupid. Because, like, someone coughs in school and they're like, corona, you know. And kids don't show symptoms, so...
Yeah, I got room.
Stop caring about your kids. That sounded worse than it should have. Stop caring about your kids. But, I am now party owner. That's nice. But, if you get corona, just, I'm not a doctor. Not at all, by any means. But, just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Self-quarantine, I guess? Because if you're moving around and going to that hospital, all you're gonna do is get shoved in plastic quarantine, so you don't want to be looking like E.T. up in here, alright?
I would suggest, like, just relax. Stay at home. Keep yourself in
Yeah.
a room
It,
where
it,
no one else
it
is gonna
blows
go.
over. It
Yeah.
blows over, people. It's not a permanent thing that you need to get treated at the hospital. If you have
Yeah,
the
just
symptoms, stay home.
relax at
Whatever
home.
you
It's
want.
got less mortality than the fucking flu.
If
It's like,
you're like
just relax.
if you're 60 plus, you might wanna worry a small bit more.
Or if you're 5 and
Cause
under.
if you're kids, wait, have 5 and under been dying?
There's a kid who's 1 who got infected with it. Who's younger than 1. It's if you have respiratory issues.
Yeah, weaker. If you have a weaker immune system, like weaken, like if you have cancer, other diseases that will weaken
Wait,
it.
fuck off. I'm not catching it.
Like all you need to do is just self-quarantine. Make sure you don't like go out into the public and stuff. I'm not saying isolate yourself completely. Well, that's what I am saying. But like socially, don't isolate yourself socially. You don't have internet access. What are you doing with your life? If you at least have Dish, you should be fine. Or a book, I guess. Have the dictionary. It's funny how I'm the co-star here and I'm doing all the talking.
Well, yeah, I'm supposed to ask questions about it.
That's a cue.
Alright, so, what are your thoughts on Trump
Hello?
testing negative for it?
QWERTY.
What?
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on Trump testing negative? Gunner? Trump testing negative. Gunner? If you can't hear me, Gunner, just leave the, yeah.
Op 4 eliminated.
There we go. As I was saying, what are your thoughts on Trump testing negative for it?
Well, what do you mean by my thoughts at it? Like,
How do you feel?
I feel like, I mean, that's partially a good thing. Considering he's leading the country, it would be better for him not to be in a state of infection. But at the same time, well, let's try not to get too political with this, but, you know, I'm not a fan of him.
Okay, as a person, not as the president, as a person, how do you feel that he tested negative?
As a person?
Yeah, for like
If he was just a normal
but he
Joe
keeps all the
Schmo.
bad things he's done.
I mean, I
I was expecting you to say, "Fuck, I wish he caught it."
mean, yeah, if he wasn't the president, I couldn't give two shits on a cat's ass, but, I mean... you know.
Sometimes I hate the siege matchmaking. All the enemies are in a party and they're all fucking positive KD. And then they're all fucking keyboarding. It's like, ew.
And, what else about this?
Get out of here, Smurf.
So... what else?
I don't know.
We covered it's a pandemic, covered what you should do, covered the toilet paper conspiracy.
Let's talk about the toilet paper.
We already got that.
Did y'all?
I just went over the things that we went over if you were.
Oh shit, then fuck it. Let's tell about the details for PlayStation 5.
We're talking
what
about
does that have to do with the
coronavirus?
coronavirus?
Fuck the coronavirus. This shit's not even that. It's not.
I
how you
know,
say it?
but it's an
not that
interesting
hype for, like-
subject. It's weaker than the flu. We all know that.
Exactly.
It's like
But
there's no
stronger than
real
it
reason to
is.
worry about corona if it's weaker than the flu.
Hey, Cordy.
Yeah.
Send me an invite.
Yeah, we
Or
just
shit,
won.
Or do.
We just
You're-
destroyed this freaking keyboard team. Let's go.
Okay.
I about to say, where's I know Gunner shit. Where's Millie?
His
Yeah.
main account got banned.
You can send me a piece.
So, anyways, what else? Do you want to change the subject so we have more to talk about, or
Mm,
it has to be something serious too? I don't think he gets what this is about.
what's a subject you want to talk about? As co-star, you should think of a subject to talk about.
Oh, shit. Gun control?
All right.
So what are your about him? About
Well, my thoughts on it are like, it could be better.
yeah. Well,
Join on me.
I really want with gun control is for people to stop saying we're gonna take them from everyone. You're not gonna. There's no way you're gonna. Just put in extra steps to make sure they don't get in hands of felons.
Or
Yeah, like
That
for one, add a psychosis test. Put them
Yeah.
through psychiatric evaluation.
I was actually going to say they should like at least like lower the level for weapons.
Yeah, like don't let people walk in, buy a fucking assault rifle and come out. Don't let people do that.
well,
Get
it's
rid
that's
Get
America.
rid of high caliber assault rifles.
But,
They could be 9mm.
Okay, now
ARs,
you're
that's
sounding
fine.
like a politician.
No.
Here
Take
we
out
go,
the
ladies
high
and gentlemen.
caliber. Take out the assault rifles that can kill like 3 or
Yep.
4 people with one bullet.
These people who are talking about gun control don't know anything about guns whatsoever. They're talking about banning muzzle loaders because there's a suppressor for them that will make it completely, well, not even completely, just silenced. Okay.
You could buy a suppressor.
How many homicides, how many crimes have you seen with a muzzle loader?
Exactly. Who would go
You're
through the
not-
trouble to buy a muzzle loader with a suppressor to kill someone? No, you're just gonna buy the fucking gun, buy a bullet, and shoot them.
Yeah, like, it's a musket ball. How powerful do you think that thing is? Back in the day, we had to amputate a limb when someone got shot in it with a musket ball. Nowadays, we could take a pair of tweezers and a scalpel and be like, oh, there you go. Off on your merry way.
Oh god, there's a freaking keyboard clan on the enemy team, Alpha.
And, like,
What's your... They gotta be visual or cavi. Or probably like a Jaeger or something.
So, the thing they're saying about gun control is that was back in the day where they only had muskets and flintlocks. And that it's a viable excuse because the founding fathers didn't see machine guns and stuff. Well, they didn't see social media and be able to message something all over the world in 0.1 seconds.
What?
Like, why don't you change the First Amendment if you're so keen on changing the Second? Like,
yeah.
And the one guy, I think it might have been Bloomberg. They're all up for gun control.
Isn't
one of them says a
Bloomberg
good
the one
point.
who's trying to make school and all that cheaper for students or free?
I don't think that's Bloomberg. I think that's the other guy.
I don't remember his name, but I would support him. If I was American, I'd vote for him. He wants to make university and college fees disappear for students, so it's free. I would support him. He's thinking of a smarter America.
Well, with that, every single one of them says they're going to do something about gun control. Alright? Chances are...
they should leave the guns alone. It's just that the people who uses them should be taken away.
They think the weapon has the ability to do all that.
If you take all the weapons away, you're going to see people going down the street beating the fuck out of people until they die.
It's your ability as a shooter to make that weapon effective. Just because, here's an example that I heard. Just because I run a truck and go through a city and run over giant crowds of people doesn't mean the truck's purpose was for killing. You can use a weapon for more than just killing humans. Like people, if you use it to hunt.
Like snakes, alligators, deer, buffaloes,
if you use it to hunt, then its use is hunting. If you use it to murder someone, then it's a murder weapon. It doesn't it's just.
The fuck?
That's what Gutter said. Like.
Well, yeah, you gotta have that guy, you know, during the real talk thing. That's like, you know, and it's just
the whiter Obama. He always stutters.
I don't even stutter other than on here. I think that's concerning. And it's like one of them said you should not be able to buy a weapon and you should not be able to buy a magazine that has 100 clips in it.
I mean,
you can.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's just
how is limiting the amount of bullets you can buy gonna stop you from murdering someone?
No. You guys missed a key part there. A clip in a magazine are the same thing. Or he could be talking about a chip clip. I saw someone take 100 stripper clips and shove them in the magazine, and they were like, "Oh, you're right, it is useless." Like, what? They don't even know how a gun works. One guy who's against the Second Amendment said fully semi-automatic.
Yeah, that's like what?
What did you just say?
It's either fully automatic, semi-automatic, or burst.
Oh, you're a fucking noob.
It's like,
but no, they should really be licensed. Like everyone should really have a CCW at the end of the day.
Or like legalize an age for weapon purchasing.
No, yeah, it is. It's 21.
There is.
Okay, then why are there fucking kids running around with weapons?
Because their parents buy them for it. How do you think? You think by 4 guns?
No.
Shut your mouth.
Let Alpha speak.
No. You know,
Well, it's my turn to speak.
You know, damn well there's gun traffickers around these states now.
Yeah. Make a special police force to hunt those fucktards down.
No, you gotta be careful with policemen as well. You gotta be careful with policemen as well, because they be slick.
FBI.
The FBI could, like, well, shit, that's the FBI. They could do what the fuck they want.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, regular cops nowadays, shit happens, but sometimes they really don't do shit about it, and some of them are, like, crooked cops. That's how you supposed to say it, crooked cops.
Corrupt, yeah, but, like, also the mentality that some people think all cops are corrupt, and they make up these scenarios that somehow work in their head, and then when the police report comes out with body cam, dash cam, and cage camera,
you know, they could just disable that
video
right?
comes out, it doesn't show anything of that. But that's another topic, and that is one that I will be talking for most of the time on.
Alright, then get into that topic.
Oh, are we changing the topic now of the idiots who think all cops are wrong?
Yes.
All cops, not all, I just said, like, not all cops, though. Not all cops are wrong, it's just that some cops.
I didn't say you. You just sparked something in my head that's like, oh, these
I know you
fuckers
heard my
are
stream.
Like, there are people out there who are pounding this stupid info into their children's, family members, and communities' heads that says all cops are bad. And there was this one lady speaking, you know, and she's like, if we could have a force that is comprised of people from all races, religions, and beliefs to protect a community that is devoted to our community, that'd be the best thing ever. Well, what do you think police are? And they make the arguments, oh, well, they're militarized police. No. No,
Gunnar, it's actually impossible to get every religion to be a cop.
Yeah.
If you know what true Muslims are, they are against any type of violence.
Okay, why are you turning into this, that...
I'm not, I'm just saying.
I'm just quoting what they were saying, don't turn this against me.
I'm not. I'm just saying, it's physically impossible.
I didn't mean it like every single person from every race and religion, you know.
Well,
like,
then there'd be no one to
accepted
arrest if every single person from every religion became a cop.
Anyways, so, like, they're just idiots. And the militarization of police, it's, like, complete BS. If you, like, people, after the Boston Marathon bombing, there were cops fanning out with assault rifles, walking up and down streets, trying to find them, and people were saying, oh, that's militarization of police. I've seen departments with frickin', like, I've seen a rapid deploy riot wall, and I've seen, like, all these MRAPs and stuff that you see in Iraq, and they're like, well, yeah, that is militarization of police. But if there were two people who just killed a bunch of people with a bomb, would you not be happy to see cops going up and down the street with assault rifles?
I think Mikey put it over there.
And people get all butthurt about them wearing camouflage, like SWAT teams and stuff wearing camouflage. But the only reason they have military issue stuff is because the DOD, the Department of Defense, gives them a discount or gives it to them for free. The MRAPs and the Bearcats and the... even, like, rifles, even long guns, ARs, M4s. Like... and there's countless incidents and tweets where people have been like, oh, this harmless black man was walking down the street with a pizza and the police randomly chased him and shot him in the back. That's like a real tweet out there that I've seen this video about. And he seriously, as the cops were running after him, he looped around and pulled a gun out of his waistband. And when the cop who had his gun out tackled him, he tried to grab it from the cop. And after he pulls that gun, they're gonna start shooting you.
Hold on, say it again. Say that whole thing again. I got stuck. You're telling me that the... Hold on. What? I gotta yeah, you gotta repeat that.
Do I?
Yes.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Alright. So there's an entire, like, tweet, story, whatever thing. A story of how they think these people are, like, so mindless and, like, blind and just retarded, you know. And they think that there was this black man walking down the street with a pizza, and they thought that the people who put out this tweet said that he stole that pizza and that the police just rolled up on him and shot him in the back when he was defenseless, just because the color of his skin. And nothing in the body cam footage, nothing in the police report says anything about stealing the pizza or anything like that. He had been, well, maybe he did steal the pizza. I forgot what the initial call was, but they saw him walking down the street, and they got out to make contact with him, and he started a foot pursuit. He started running from him. And another guy came circling around, and he saw the guy reaching into his waistband, and he pulled out a gun, and he aimed it back at the cops. And I think they got a tackle in on him, and then he tried to take the officer's gun, and then they shot him. And they're saying that he was defenseless, didn't do anything, and they just shot him in the back. And that is the most, like, BS-y. It's not even the most BS-y thing out there. Like, there are countless stories. If you want to see a channel that covers that, on the police's side, mind you, so if you're one of those liberal, anti-gun, anti-police bullshitters, then get the fuck away from me, first off. And go to, what the fuck is his name? His channel is Donut Operator. He covers all this police stuff. He does shooting recaps and stuff. I'm looking at one right now on my feed. And it's titled, "Please Don't Shoot People for Being Black." Because that's what people think. I think that's the only reason why.
No!
Where is
Yeah, would anyone like to talk
Buck
about
killed
another
me.
subject? Or does anyone have any comments on any of the stuff I just said?
No. Yeah, Buck killed me and then fucking left like a bitch.
Alright, so next subject. What's another subject? Why are we covering so many subjects? You know what? We got time.
They tried to vote to kick me. Shit, let's talk about the new KFC's glazed donut chicken sandwich.
What? How is that real talk worthy? What? This is where we talk about real situations and problems. How is that a problem?
So?
That's like the American dream.
Hey, you said real talk, right? Real talk. Let's talk about the fucking new KFC menu.
No. What? I just said what the point of this.
I guess I'm ending the stream here.